Hey guys, this is Nathan at Motor Masters in Sherman. Complete automotive repair and collision repair, domestic, Asian, European, gas to diesel, here in front of probably one of the oldest Motor Master signs around. Anyway, I watched a video from the Car Wizard talking about why an evaporator core replacement on a Land Rover costs $3,000. Well, I'm going to explain why a new engine installation costs $6,000 to $7,000 sometimes. You know, we get a lot of people calling here asking, oh, I found a motor online for $800. Or, oh, you know, why does it cost so much? Why do you have to do all this stuff? Well, let me give you a good example. I'm going to show you back here on, it's a 2010 Mazda CX-7. This engine is a 4-cylinder, turbocharged, gas direct injected engine, so it's got several complicated parts to it. To do this job, you have to drop the suspension cradle and then the engine, as well as take many components out. So this car was brought to me and the engine was locked up for some reason, so we don't 100% sure know if there's any other problems going on, so that's always a risk you take. The owner it's a car lot guy, and he opted to get a new reman because used engines were, you know, a couple hundred to $1,000 less, and I think there was one that was more than the price of a new reman. So this new reman comes as a long block. It doesn't have an oil pan on it, a valve cover, or any other components on it, and you'll see that once we get into it. So first problem I had is I had to push it in, get it lined up, figure out the room situation. If you know anything about our company, we've got a small building, but we do a lot of work, try to treat people right and do things the right way. But anyway, here is kind of going to give you, I'm in the process of putting everything back together. So we're going to start with over here on the, looking up at the car, and then on the engine. So here we have the engine sitting out. Engine and transmission sitting out. So to even start this, I had to get it in the bay on the lift, take components off up top, and then like I said, drop the suspension cradle, and then drop the engine and transmission, then take off engine components, then take the engine off, then replace the oil swap over the oil pan and other components. So to even give you an idea, all these parts come off the engine after we get it out. Here's some parts come off before we get it out. Here's some more parts. That's the intercooler for the turbo. Have to take this entire assembly down out of the way to even get the motor out. Then, like I said, we have to take the motor off the transmission, replace some parts, swap over some things, and then carry on. Oh yeah, and here's some other bolts and things that I have to take off. As new remans come, you get gasket set, but I want you to look at these components over here. Turbo, exhaust manifold, cooling, it's where a bunch of cooling components lead to. EGR valve, complicated intake manifold, complicated exhaust system, complicated injected system, gas diesel direct injection. So this causes another problem with engines. It causes excessive carbon buildup on the back of the valves, but we have a BG service that can clean that up for you. But that causes an inherent problem. So do you think I'm going to put a $600 or $800 engine that you found on the internet in here after I have to do all this stuff to get this job done? And I'm really apprehensive about putting a used engine in something like this. But anyway, that's a lot of the things that you have to consider, you know, when you want to replace an engine. Do you think a guy in his garage is going to be able to do this at home? I don't think so. I mean, there may be some. I'm not going to knock that, but I mean, just think about all the complicated things that this engine has, this car has. Anyway, as always, check us out on the web, motormastersauto.com. We do full automotive, full collision repair, wheels, tires, alignments, auto glass, and anything else we can try to do. If we can't do it, we know where to get it done and how to get it done right. I think this is going to be one of my first videos, but as always, have a blessed day.